Narayan. Respected friends, welcome. What a beautiful thing doing every day from last more than 280 days. That I come here, I remember you, I feel myself inspired. I feel that feeling and love for you. And as ordered by God and Guru, some thoughts, discussions on Geetha and other subjects we are sharing. Though we don't know each other, we never looked at each other, but our hearts are together, that we are together learning Gita way of living life for our own personal growth and development and evolution. So too, adding to the beauty of the world. So this is how from the Rishi, Muni and Gurus and Devatas, through the Shastra and its knowledge, we can invoke their guidance and blessing and help ourselves to grow. We do the same with regard to the science. All the great scientists, whatever they discover, we make use of them, make our life comfortable. All this is outer, grosser. But what about the inner, internal, subtler? So the inner, internal, subtler scientists are called as gurus or rishis. They also have brought with their inquiry all these beautiful things for our happiness. They are not gross objects like the outer scientists, but these subtle adjustments. Adjustments in our attitudes, in our intentions, in our variety of the emotions by giving us correct view of life, by giving us correct way of understanding the life through the scriptural knowledge. So let us do both. With the help of the science, let us grow in our materialistic prosperity, material prosperity. So too with the spirituality, let us grow in our own individuality. Thus, blending both of them, we can really make our lives beautiful, first for us and also for everyone. So that is why we are here. There is no other intention than growing through the Gita, each of us in totality, that we are conducting these classes for. And wish and pray you continue it, inform your friends also. And also, I congratulate you for being regular, and I'm really glad and thankful to you. So, like every day, today also, let us join to do our three topics. First, Bhagavad Gita. We are into the ninth chapter. Second one, mhm, is the point what it is. We'll do our common sense thought, something we'll do today too. Third is learning the chanting of stotra with meaning. So yesterday we concluded what is it? Sri Rama so stotra. So Bala Mukunda we have seen one thing related to Krishna. Sri Rama we saw yesterday. So I thought for 7 8 days we'll do Lord Shiva related stotram. And many are there, hundreds, thousands. I just thought what you are already familiar with it. If the meaning of that is told, it may be helpful to you. So from today for 8 days, we will learn one shloka with meaning and chanting of Lingashtakam. Lord Adi Shankara has given this to us, Bhagavan Adi Shankara. So what is the meaning of each of the shloka in the Lingashtakam? We will learn. Okay. Let us start. Om. 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 Sahana Vavatu. Sahanau Bhunaktu. Sahaviryam Karavavahai. तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Just today we'll just chant what is that? Durga Suktam for your listening. And when you are interested, you learn from someone. Let every day half an hour, 1 hour spent in Veda mantra ucharana and our Gita mantra ucharana and other stotras which we are learning. In course of time, they all purify and divinize us to a great extent and empower us very beautifully. Start. I'll do that. Just listen. Om Atha Durga Suktam. ॐ जातवेदसे सुनवामसो ममराति यतो निदहाति वेदः स नः पर्षदति दुर्गाणि विश्वा नावेव सिन्धुं दुरितात्यग्निः तामग्निवर्णां तपसा ज्वलन्तीं वैरोचनीं कर्मफलेषु जुष्टां दुर्गां देवीकं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये सुतरसि तरसे नमः अग्ने त्वं पारयानव्यो अस्मान् स्वस्तिभिरति दुर्गाणि विश्वा ऊश्च पृथ्वी बहुला न उर्वी भवा तोकायतनया यशंयोः विश्वानि नो दुर्गः जातवेद सिन्धुन्न नावा दुरितातिपर्षि अग्ने अत्रिवन्मनसा गृणानोऽस्माकं बोध्यविता तनूनां पृतनाजितगं सहमानमुग्रमग्निगं हुवेम परमात् सदस्तात् स नः पर्षदति दुर्गाणि विश्वाक्षामत् देवो अतिदुरितात्यग्निः प्रत्नोषि कमीढ्यो अध्वरेषु सनाच्च होता नव्यश्च सत्सि स्वाञ्चाग्ने तनुवं पिप्रयस्वास्मभ्यं च सौ भगमायजस्व गोभिर्जुष्टमयुजो निषिक्तं तवेन्द्रविष्णो रनुसञ्चरेम नाकस्य पृष्ठमभिसंवसानो वैष्णवीं लोक इह मादयन्ताम् ॐ कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारि धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गिः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Our earlier mantra ucharana we have done. Now, out of three topics today, the first one, the last one will be Lingashtakam. Beautiful mantras on Lord Shiva. Today onward, that stotra we are learning. Common sense thought, let us see what Bhagavan gives. Now, the first topic, like every day, is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Which chapter we are in? Ninth one. What is the name of that chapter? Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yogam. And as a bird's eye view, what is given here? The Rajavidya is about the truth, about the Lord, about the reality. That's called Rajavidya. Then what else is given in that? All the techniques of the practice to be done so that that Lord, that self, the truth, the God, we experience in our heart. The theory, knowledge is given through Maya Tatavidam Sarvam Jagada Vyakta Murtina. Then from all these slokas of Satanam, Kirtan, Tomam and all, through that we are given the practice to discover that self in our heart. Then we were told two paths. One of this one, where you reach to that self which is never, again you need not come back to suffer. The other one is do other great yajna vasana, go to Swarga, all punya kharch khatam, you are back to square one. So these two options are given. Thereafter, to worship the Lord, to get His blessings, to get the knowledge, to get the moksha, it is very easy. Patram Pushpam, we have to start from. Thereafter, come to the next level of Yat Karoshi Yadashnasi Yajjuhoshi. Bhagavan said, when you do this, your heart will be purified of all the negativities. Shubha Shubha Falairevam Moksha Se Karma Bandhanaihi Sannyasa Yoga Yuktatma Vimuktaha Mam Upaishyasi. So by living life like this, of dedicating, offering everything to me, your heart becomes purified. You become qualified to meditate on God, as it is said in Maya Tatavidam Sarvam Ityadi. In the deep meditation, you go very deep into your heart. There you discover that God, that your own self, who is the support not only for you but for the entire world. So Bhagavan has touched all these topics. Then the next topic discussed was ki, then in that case you may be biased. Bhagavan said no. I am equal to all. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. From my side, na me dvesha asti. I don't hate anyone. Na priya asti. I don't have a special affiliation or attachment to anyone. But ye bhajanti tum maam bhaktya. Whoever are with devotion or worshipping me, I give such a blessings to the extent that maite te sucha api aham. I am in them, they are in me. So to say that we are one. The moment it is heard, we have a question, but I'm such a bad fellow. How can I meditate you? No, never have that ill guilt feeling, guilty feeling. Gone is gone the past. From now on, if you decide to become bhakta and do the bhakti sadhanas as mentioned in the earlier shlokas, then you will be called as Mahatma, and dekhte dekhte he, you will reach to the highest height of reaching me. You got it? Therefore, hey Arjuna, please remember, if you start becoming my bhakta, and if you don't stop becoming my bhakta, you will not only will not lose or perish in life, but you will grow to such an extent of achieving everything, including your oneness with me. Therefore, take initiative, start becoming my devotee. Don't be delayed from your side. This is the meaning of these two shlokas 30 and 31. 30th we saw yesterday. Today we will do the 31. And again in this shloka, Bhagavan gives one another assurance. As this chapter is filled with so many of assurances given by the Lord, here also he says, Name bhaktaha pranashyati. Take it for guarantee, O Lord, O Arjuna, me bhaktaha na pranashyati. My devotee will not perish. I will not allow him to fall or perish. I will see to it that he will slowly given all opportunities to rise, and reach to the highest height of reaching me. So beautiful, no? That assurance. Bhagavan has not only given assurance, but mind you, he has got all the kindness, compassion, more than that, all the powers and abilities to really stop us from falling and to make us rise and rise above. How? Why? Because the whole world in which we all get trapped and fall is because of Maya. And that Maya is under the control of Bhagavan. Therefore, he can help us to come out of that clutches of Maya and stop us from falling, and he can make us rise above. That is the shloka 31 we will see today. Okay, let us chant our initial mantra. Chant, then both the mantras. Okay, no, the first one I'll chant 2 times for you. Then the third one or the next one, the 31st, 4 बार हम पढ़ेंगे. Clear? ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीगीता शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरुशरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ नवमोऽध्यायः राजविद्या राजगुह्ययोगः श्री भगवानुवाच अथ त्रिंशः एकत्रिंशः श्लोकौ ॐ फस्ट् वन् अपि चेत् सुदुराचारः भजते माम् अनन्यभाक् साधुरेव समन्तव्यः सम्यक् व्यवसितो हि सः अपि चेत् सुदुराचारः भजते माम् अनन्यभाक् साधुरेव समन्तव्यः सम्यक् व्यवसितो हि सः. 2 times we did it. Now the 31, 4 बार पढ़ लो. क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शश्वच्छान्तिं निगच्छति शश्वच्छान्तिं निगच्छति शश्वच्छान्तिं निगच्छति शश्वच्छान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति. Twice together. श्री भगवानुवाच क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शश्वच्छान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शश्वच्छान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि Name bhaktah pranashyati. Beautiful shlokas, worthy of by hearting. Entire Gita is so sweet, so beautiful. It only has to click to us and we have to tune to Mother Gita. Nothing glorious greater than this Gita Jnanam to empower us, inspire us, make us really grow in life. So here in the 30th sloka, just to remember what we have seen yesterday, if we have a question, but I have done all the Baba, how can I be a seeker of spirituality? Tell Baba, ये तो है ही ऐसे लोगों के लिए. Those are already liberated. For him, what's the need of all it? Huh? For a patient only the hospital is there. Why for a healthy fellow? Why will how can I patient से मैं बीमार हूँ मैं कैसे जाऊँ hospital? ये तो तुम्हारे लिए तो है वो. So too, even if you are a big durachari, yet you start doing sadhana, you will slowly will be transformed from within. That is the main theme of these two shlokas. So exactly in the shloka what is said, Bhagavan says to Arjuna and in general to all. Point 1. Api chet su duracharaha. Till this moment, even if you are a sustu dushta achara, a person of negative values, corrupt, selfish, arrogant, criminal, did every durachara so far. Even then, still you have a opening way. You have a way out to come out of all this nonsense. What to do further? Bhajate mam ananya bhak chet. If you start becoming my devotee and do my various bhajanas of attending satsang, studying good shastras, then doing the bhajana kirtana, doing my upasana, coming to the temples, all of them is called as bhajate. And Ananya Bhak means with the faith in the Lord, with the faith in the power of the Lord. You understand? With the understanding little that Lord is everywhere there, in me also. All this is meaning of Ananya. भगवान है, भगवान सर्वज्ञ सर्वशक्तिमान है, सर्वव्यापक है, सब जगह है, इसलिए मेरे अंदर भी है. And you will definitely bless me and I will definitely worship him. In this way, Ananya Bhak Bankar, the one who does bhajate, does all the upasanas as was said earlier. So, apichet sudurachara bhajate mamananya bhav. What is the result of that? Sadhu eva samantavyaha. He will be considered by me and all that he has started to become sadhu. Why? Why? Because the toughest of the step he has taken. What is the toughest of the step he has taken? Samyak vyavasita hi saha. He has taken a very good change or turn or change his track in his life of being from being a nastika, from being worldly to become an astika and turning towards me. That itself is a great thing because of which he'll be given a title as a sadhu. Why? Because he has started having faith in me, that me who is not seeable, not me who cannot be conceived, that me, unless a great upasana done, I can't appear in front. Therefore, even without knowing me completely, seeing me completely, if somebody has got the courage and decision and daring of doing my upasana, how good and wonderful that person. Because when you know something in front of your eyes, you can estimate it, its greatness or not, then you can know whether to become friend or to it or not. But Bhagavan is such a being who cannot be seen objectively. Who has seen Rama and Krishna? No. And yet crores and crores in India, if you see abroad, they are Bhakta of Rama Krishna. Bhagavan Rama, Bhagavan Krishna and Shiva and Ganapati, every festival so beautifully they celebrate with fervor. Bhagavan is saying, said, they are all great, I love them. Because without knowing me, seeing me, still they have devotion for me. So they are all sadhu. That's why in India, except some exceptional cases, we have a terrible prarabdha of the past. We all are sailing through our lives, difficulties by God's grace. Some are there who have done lot of papa, therefore they may suffer, which even Bhagavan cannot avoid. But otherwise, khana pina sab chal raha hai India mein, to badhiya hai. Because all of us are, some or the other way, have faith in the presence of God, even though we have not seen. And that scene when we see, Kumbh Mela mein 4-5 crore nahane ke jana. So to the Janmashtami, crores all over the country, Ganapati Vinayak Chavithi में कितने पंडाल. मैं तो चाहता हूँ not only in some states like Maharashtra and Andhra and Gujarat, no, every state should celebrate these festivals of Ganapati Chaturthi, then this Janmashtami in a big way. Whole country should reverberate with the spiritual devotional programs during every of the festival, so that the divine is invoked honestly and beautifully, very sincerely. His grace purifies our minds. Then you get correct understanding of how to live life and how to deal with the world properly, so that neither I suffer nor I make the world or the others suffer. भगवत कृपा से ये दिमाग खुलता है. That is the meaning of here. Sadhureva samantavya. So how much your durachara you are, but you start worshipping the God, you are called as the sadhu, because you have taken a good decision of changing your course of life from non-devotee nastika to devotee astika. That itself is glorious. This is what is the meaning of 30th sloka, which we saw yesterday. Now the continuation of that is in this 31st. Bhagavan says, not only is he called a sadhu person, second level is Kshipram Bhavati Dharmatma. That's what I just said. As we have become devotee of Lord, the Lord directly entering into our heart, or through somebody or some guru, starts telling the life to be lived not for Artha Kama, to destroy ourselves in doing negativities called Durachara, but you have to live the life first for Dharma. Therefore, Kshipram Bhavati Dharmatma. Very soon, that person from the Kamatma and Arthatma, through that becoming Papatma, he will become the Dharmatma. And from the Durachara, he will become Dharmachara and Sadachara. Because the Lord, when you are worshipping Him, He will send through someone that wisdom into us, that for the sake of money and indulgences, I am doing all papa and become durachari. I will not do that. From now onwards, I will live my life honestly on the basis of dharma or righteousness. That's the meaning of Kshipram Bhavati Dharmatva. Now remember, once we started living the life of dharma, all the impurities, negativities go away from our heart. Then the mind becomes so peaceful. Okay, in that peaceful mind, what is said in this third and fourth and fifth shlokas, Maya Tatavidam Sarvam Jagadavyaktamurtina, that Paramatma is experienced through meditation. Of course, it takes lot of time. Like we say, you become doctor by joining medicine. As easily said as it is not so. It will take 9 to 11 years, no. But in that 9, 11 years also, you have to study, you have to appear for exam, you have to go for your practicals. ये सब करो, you will become full-fledged doctor. So too, in these steps, remembering the God, becoming the sadhu, from there continuing to remember the Lord, by the grace of the Lord, becoming dharmatma. After becoming dharmatma for a long time, finding our mind to be shanta, because Shashvat Shantim Nigachati. The Shashvat Shanti is Paramatma Anubhuti. But much before that, mind becomes purified. Pure mind becomes calm and quiet. The calm and quiet becomes subtle mind. That subtle mind or intellect is able to meditate on the Lord who is in our own heart, who is everywhere there. Once I discover that Lord, then everything is that Lord only, everything is me only. Then in the mind there are no disparities of likes, dislikes, which have agitated us, which have forced us to do the papa. All that goes away. Therefore, Shashvat Shantim Nigachati. You will get eternal peace of having everyone understood as, experienced as one's own self. Therefore, he will only love all, he will only serve all, he will only forgive all, he will never have the attachment or arrogance or selfishness or the anger, etc., to trouble others. That type of peaceful, happy life is Shashvat Shantim Nigachati. So Kshipram, very soon, Bhavati Dharmatma. Very, very soon he will become Dharmatma from Sadhu if he starts worshipping me. How much ever Durachara he was till that time. So Apichет Durachara hai. Even though you are so far a very bad person, Bhajate Mamananya Bhag, if you start doing all spiritual practices, Sadhreva Samantavyaha, you are called as a sadhu because you are taken a right path. Samyak Vyavasito hi saha. From the sadhu, Kshipram, very soon, Bhavati, you become Dharmatma. You will start becoming a Dharmatma. Then Shashvat Shantim Nigachati. Very soon, through the process from Dharma, from the purity of heart, from the purity of the heart, listening from Guru about the knowledge of God, contemplating, meditating, thinking about that knowledge, we discover very deeply in us that God experience. It may take 5 lives, 10 lives, but doesn't matter, it will happen. With that, Shashwat Shanti Gachati means you are permanently at ease and peace. There is no running around like in this life with so many desires, with so many obligations, so many duties, running from one pillar to one post to one person to one object to one activity to one world to one other body to how many runnings we are going through. सब जलाएगा, शाश्वत शांति आपको मिलेगा, शाश्वत शांति में निगच्छति. So here Shanti means extreme peace, the peace of experiencing divinity only. Before that, the peace of purity of mind, because no more I am doing the duracharata, because there are no kama krodha in me, artha kama asakti gaya, because I became dharma atma, that because God has blessed me through some devotee or guru, because I was became his bhakta. Even though I was bad earlier, now I become Shantaha. Shashwat Shantim Nigachati. It will be very peace at mind first. Thereafter, that peaceful mind, when it's employed in contemplation, we discover the Lord. That's a permanent peace. We experience the Lord. That's a permanent peace. Therefore, Bhagavan telling Arjuna the promise, Kaunteya pratijanihi. Pratijanihi मतलब know for certain. पक्का जान लो तुम और सबको भी ये बताओ बात. What is that point? Na me bhakta pranashyati. Me bhakta na pranashyati. My devotee will never perish. My devotee will never go to do the dharma papa a long time to enter into naraka adi and suffer. On the other hand, my devotee finally will reach me, become one with me only. That you tell everyone. Therefore, name bhakta pranashyati, my devotee will perish, will never perish, will never perish, will never perish. Is a greatest assurance pratigna given by Bhagavan, which is very, very famous. So this 9th chapter, 31st shloka. As it was said in 22nd shloka, yoga kshemam vahamyaham. है ना? लास्ट श्लोक में और एक एश्योरेंस हमको मिलेगा. तो जितने भी दुराचारी हैं, भगवान का भक्त बनते रहो. धीरे धीरे इन कोर्स ऑफ टाइम, इफ यू डोंट स्टॉप दैट भक्ति, you keep on evolving till we become one with the God. Up to that result will come. Therefore, Lord's devotee will never perish. So in between sometime, because of heavy prarabdha, we may go through some dukkha, etc. But still, finally, the God's grace only triumphs and becomes victorious in saving us. Lot of stories, hundreds of them can be spoken in this regard. One of the famous shloka stories about Lord Krishna, Arjuna's putra Abhimanyu, Abhimanyu's wife Uttara. So it is said that in Bhagavad Gita, in Kurukshetra Yuddha, when first day Bhagavan was teaching this Gita to Arjuna, दोनों बीच में थे. तो Bhagavan was teaching, Arjuna was listening. So that voice was limited only for the audition of Arjuna, not more than that. Whole Gita. But it is said, है ना, कवि लोग, ज्ञानी लोग कहते हैं, when Bhagavan said this sentence, न मे भक्ता प्रणश्यति, that's the only sentence in entire Gita which Bhagavan has loudly shouted. Loudly. Not only Arjuna could listen, many others. And one of them who heard was the Arjuna ka putra, Subhadra Arjuna ka Abhimanyu. Understood? Abhimanyu heard. Then that day the war was over. He went home. Then he reported everything at home what has happened. है ना, फर्स्ट डे का वार के बाद. Then his wife there, Uttara, है ना, विराट राजा's पुत्री. To Uttara, he said this, ऐसा हुआ आज वार, and so much of talking was happening between Papa and Mama, Mamaji. Then Mamaji something, what he said I don't know, but this sentence he heard, he shouted loudly, Name Bhakta Pranashyati, means my devotee will never perish. Only this one he said, he also forgot, but that entered into Uttara's mind, heart, deeply. Abhimanyu's wife. Later on क्या हुआ, युद्ध हो गया, फिर Abhimanyu also died. All Kauravas almost were eliminated. Now Pandavas had 5 children through Draupadi. All of them, this Dronacharya's putra Ashwathama, रातों रात जाके उनके सर काट कर, he brings all the heads and gives to Duryodhana. Very terrible that. Duryodhana also feels so bad कि क्या किया तूने, ये तो ऐसा करना नहीं चाहिए. At that time, then all children died, nobody else now. Draupadi is miserable. Arjuna goes, fights with that Ashwathama and ties him and brings. Like a pashu ko लाते हैं. But he is a Brahmana putra, Guru putra hai, Dronacharya's Guru hai. So immediately seeing him, knowing that he is the one who killed all her 5 children, Draupadi forgives him. Says he is our Guru because he is our Guru putra. See her karuna. though all five children are killed. What is the idea of him killing? Two ideas. One, to make his Swami Duryodhana happy. Second, to eliminate all Pandavas. अपांडव करना है पूरा. तो पांडव मरेंगे एनीवे कुछ दिन के बाद. अब उनके पांचों बच्चे, इनको भी मार दिया तो nobody will be there in that वंश. That idea, he killed all children. Now Draupadi has forgiven him. Then Arjuna and Krishna को he just बाल वाल काट के अश्वत्थामा को छोड़ देता है. ब्राह्मण है ना, वही उनके लिए insult. There Ashwatthama, such a terrible Rakshas type fellow, even though he is the son of the great Dronacharya, he is a Chiranjeevi also. He wants to take that revenge. Then what to do? He goes and now anyway Pandavas died. Pandavan ko जाने का time है. Now who is the one who is going to continue the Pandava Vamsha? When he looked, Abhimanyu also died. Now only one is there. Uttara was carrying this Parikshit in her womb, not yet born. He thought, let me kill that Parikshit also, who is going to be born, who is in the womb of Uttara. Then he shoots Brahmastra to kill that fetus, who is in the womb of Uttara. When that Brahmastra comes and starts trying to kill that fetus, that time Uttara remembers this sentence, which her husband told Abhimanyu, which he heard in the Kurukshetra war first day, which his mama Krishna Bhagavan told to his father Arjuna loudly, Name Bhakta Pranashyati, Name Bhakta. At that time, she takes this sentence and shouts to praise to Lord Krishna. O Lord, I heard from my husband that you assured Me Bhakta Hana Pranashyati. So I am your devotee now. If you want to kill me, you kill her. But see that this fetus in me is protected. Uttara's Prarthana. Then it is said in Bhagavatam and all, Bhagavan Krishna becomes a small, like a thumb size, enters into Uttara's womb. There are two versions. One version कहते हैं, he takes his gada and moves it in such a form that the Brahmastra is neutralized. In other place they say that he is dead only, that womb mein, the fetus, Bhagavan with his Krupa Shakti, he makes him alive. Then the Brahmastra is neutralized. Then Uttara gives birth to that Parikshit. That child who is in the womb, he was seeing some terrible thing is coming to kill me, and somebody else, so beautiful, so kind, so divine, he protected me. From the time of birth, that child going on looking at everybody, and he is the one who was protecting me. He was the one who protected me in the womb. He was looking at everyone and finding not this fellow, not this fellow. That way he was everywhere watching to see who has protected him. That is why his name was given Parikshito. Paritaha Ikshati. And that Parikshit, like his father, grandfather, lived a noble, great life. Even he controls and Kali, etc. Toward the end, one mistake of putting the dead serpent in a rishi's neck, he gets the curse that after 7 days, the Takshaka will bite you. And then he stops eating food and drinking, does the Prayopavesha. Then the son of Lord Vyasa, Shukadevji, comes. Now see that Shuka and Parikshit Samvada is a great, great Shastra called as Bhagavata Mahapurana. So the Bhagavata Mahapurana is given by Shukadevji to Parikshit. Parikshit is the son of the Uttara. Uttara is husband of, Uttara is the wife of Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu is son of Arjuna. To Arjuna, Bhagavan gave this Upadesham, Name Bhakta Pranashyati. You see the whole connection of story. Now remembering that, we have a faith that whoever is a devotee of God will not perish. With that idea, when we also become Bhagavan's Bhakta, he will see that whether it is financially, health-wise, family-wise, whatever problems are there, Bhagavan starts giving us the solutions and protects us. The more intense is our devotion. Uttara's devotion was so intense that even the dead child he made a born. Or he protected that child even from the terrible finnermost Brahmos, the Brahmastra. You understand? The more our Bhakti Sharanagati, the more we are protected. Therefore, Name Bhakta Paranashyati is the greatest assurance of Lord. And in millions of cases, we can see Bhagavan is going on protecting all the Bhaktas. But our problem is what? We are not 100% Bhaktas, and we have not 100% became Dharmatma and sadhu. Again we withdraw from the devotion and we again enter into the worldliness because of bad company. So instead of that, samyak vyavasita is important sentence. Once you have decided to become devotee, be always with the Lord. Whenever the negative bad thought comes, for the sake of Lord, because you are his devotee, you have to keep dropping that negative thought. Otherwise, you will not become devotee at that time. You did wrong thing. Therefore, that yields again the dukkha. Point is what? Not only devotee of Lord, becoming devotee, but continue that. Don't come back again to the worldliness. Then all the inner impurities, everything go away. Earlier, whatever done, uska phal bhi देंगे तो भगवान, you can't avoid, but he will give the strength, ability also to conquer it, to go through it, to withstand it. Some of the problems he will remove also. Lord has 1,000 ways to remove the problems of these bhaktas. He can neutralize them, he can remove them, he can make it into parts and remove, he can pass it on to someone, he can send a guru who takes the dukkha of this sadhaka or bhakta. Bhagavan has 1,000 ways. No, I can't tell all of that to you. You need not know. Only this much, if I am my who is devotee, he will see that I am not perished. He will see that my dukkha is removed also, whichever can be removed, or other strengths will be given for me to conquer it. Slowly, slowly, from the duratma to sadatma, durachari to sadachari, nastika to the astika, slowly from the devotee to the person having darshan of God, and from there to become one with the God. Up to that level, Bhagwan will bless us and take us. इसको आप मन में रखो तो हो जाएगा. So this is one of the very powerful shloka of Geetha. I don't know how I have conveyed it to you. I wish and pray that it touches your heart, and from now on you become Bhakta of the Bhagavan, Bhakta of the Guru, Bhakta also of the our Bhagavad Gita ji. And the Gita Bhakti you express through studying Gita and implementing. Guru Bhakti you express through listening whatever instruction Guru gives. And Krishna Bhakti you express through daily worshipping Krishna and doing some chantings and praying to him to protect, to take care, and to give the bhakti and jnana and mukti also. They all should happen at this age only, when you are 16 and 18. These seeds, if they are not sown now, when the bij, bhumi, your heart become barren at the age of 60, 70, even if the seeds are sown, the plant will not come. If you sow now the seed, by the age you go to 50, 60, thoroughly you will understand what the life should be used for. Then you can fulfill your life's real mission of even knowing God. नहीं है तो फिर फंसे रहोगे अर्थ काम में. And like your dada dadi and all of them, whole life is lived just like animal only. Animal means only for bhoga, not for higher evolution for which the human life is given. योग नहीं करेंगे, हम सिर्फ भोग करेंगे, रोगी बनेंगे, बाद में दुखी बनेंगे. Choice is yours always. So, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. Let us do it 11 times. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. 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 कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति. 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 ब्यूटिफुल श्लोक. श्री भगवान वाच अभिचेत दुराचारो भजते मामनन्य भाग साधुरेव समन्तव्यः सम्यक् व्यवसितो हि सः क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शाश्वत शांति निगच्छति. कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति. We have only 3 more shlokas to conclude this chapter 9. Then we enter into the 10th one, Vibhuti Yoga. Thank you all. Now let us do our common sense thought. Simple thought today, second topic. The common sense thought of the day is mind's mischief of being rigid, RIGIT, thereby neither ourselves growing nor allowing others to help, and also nor allowing others also freely to grow. We can never be rigid in our life, whatever it may be, it is in your own decisions, in your own convictions, etc. Because the world is dynamic, alive, it is going on, growing and progressing. If we are stubborn and rigid of many, many aspects, we can never help ourselves to grow. You understood? Therefore, in many, many aspects in our life, we have to start becoming flexible. This is the solution. So the rigidity of the mind is neutralized by the flexibility of the intellect, so that we allow others to help us to grow. We help others also to grow. We see to that the world will go on improving. The meaning of rigidity is what? How much our parents tell or the others tell, some bad habits we have, some wrong notions we have, we don't want to change them. Rigid हो जाते हैं. Some people are about the food rigid only. This thing I will not eat. But that is very good for the health, but still I don't want. And then whole life he will miss all the nutrients which that food gives. Other fellow is rigid about something bad. He doesn't leave it. Therefore, because of it, he goes on suffering in life. Some have rigid, strong opinions regarding the people. तर ये मेरा फ्रेंड ही है, बट वो बेवकूफ तो तेरे को धोखा दे ही जा रहा है. But I don't want to change. Then you suffer. And another rigidity that this is my enemy. But he is not so, he is good kind. In one occasion, something happened to you because of him. That doesn't mean that he is always enemy, but it is a rigidity in my mind. बस मैंने डिसाइड कर लिया. घर में ये ज्यादा होता है जिद्दीपन, रिजिडिटी. लड़ाई हो गया, बेटे को पापा से 10 साल तक नहीं बात करना. Daughter and mother fight and they don't have to talk to each other, don't talk. Rigidity, अरे बेवकूफ. Be flexible, give a chance to yourself and others to go on changing. You know, when the doctor tells these exercises are not good for you, don't be rigid and obsessed by that. Do the other one, you do it. We are rigid about everything. पहले तो जानते नहीं बात को, जिंदगी कैसे जीना. Then we make strong opinions about some nonsense and we are so rigid about it that we are not flexible. Even भगवान and गुरु सबको हम हरा के भेज देते हैं कि they get defeated in trying to improve us because we are rigid. I don't want to listen to Geetha. अरे rigid. Flexible बनो, थोड़ा आके देखो what we are studying here, how sublime, beautiful knowledge which makes the life, which takes us to the divinity, that we are talking. But rigid, these are for old people. Who told you, yaar? Rigid, no, I'm Nastika. Rigid that no, my friends, if they know I'm going to Geetha class, then they will humiliate me. Murak, with Geetha knowledge, you improve so much that you tell those nonsense fellows also to come and listen. Let them also join. Why not? Why miss such a glorious wisdom? You should become so strong to convince them. Not, I don't. In that way, flexible bano, rigidity nahi chalta. Don't form strong notions and opinions. We have problems with our neighbors also regarding some rigidity, especially regarding our parking vehicles. मैं वहीं रखूंगा, but the other fellow is suffering, it is difficult for him. तो क्या? अरे तो flexible बन, उसके लिए इधर रखो ना. Isn't it? With servants we are rigid. You have to come on time. अरे कभी लेट होता है तो flexible बनो. They are also human beings. As regards our disciplines, color, we become flexible. When others are, we have to be they have to be very strict. So I am rigid. I know. Men or women, in some things they become so rigid, and wife and husband also. वो भी जिद्दी है ये भी जिद्दी. अब दोनों जिद्दियां मिल गए तो जिंदगी तो बर्बाद ही होएगा वहां. She doesn't want to act change. He doesn't want to change. He's rigid. She says, no, stop this smoking. He doesn't know. Arre, for her sake, you stop. She is your better half. Together, you have to live a good, healthy life. Passive smoking, she is suffering. Change करो, ये rigid है नहीं बदलता है. Drink, he doesn't change. She also rigid. No, I can't leave my friends. I can't leave my kitty. Satyanash. You cannot have a strong, even sometimes some positively looking things also. For the sake of other person, you have to give it up. That is the beauty of flexibility. Huh? Like you are attending Gita class regularly, but some work has come to you important. Mother, father, they are not well, you have to go. Then you can't be rigid here. My class nahi chodunga. So, nahi, it's online available. Other time listen. First you go and attend your parents. You can't be rigid. Even to good things also you cannot be obsessed, and you can't be rigid there. Like Lord Krishna, he said, "I'll not hold any weapons." You understood? That is how Arjuna selected is okay. But when Bhishma was becoming so terrible, killing everyone, he just was not rigid. He became flexible. He said, no, for the sake of my devotee Arjuna and all, today I will kill Bhishma. He took the chariot wheel, started fighting, tried to start. Arjuna ka baba rakho chodo, मैं कर देता हूँ. इतने में शिखंडी आया, then Bhishma left the bow and arrow, then Arjuna shot him. Bhagavan himself was flexible. You understood? You can't be rigid in life sometimes, even for good things. What to talk about other things? Rigid about opinions, rigid about habits, rigid about strong tendencies and intentions. Mainly this, the rigidity in the youth is what they don't want to go to temple. They don't want to dress like the Indian spiritual or any other cultural traditional way. They negatively became rigid. Rigid again, I can't be without cell phone. That is, I can't be without computer, internet. वहां भी जिद्दी हो गए. पॉजिटिव चीज के बारे में वो नहीं करने का जिद, अच्छा नहीं करने का जिद, बुरा नहीं छोड़ने का जिद. तो फिर होगा कैसे भाई? And more importantly, little higher level, after listening to Geeta, understanding Geeta, it is said now, me bhakta na pranashyati, na me bhakta pranashyati. My devotee will not perish. Bhagavan said, now we have to become flexible to give a chance to God and yourself by becoming devotee. सुन लिया फिर भी लेकिन नो नो आई कांट डू ओम नमो नारायण और आई कांट डू गो टू द टेम्पल एंड ऑल. You are Indian, you are Sanatana Dharmi. How can you be without all this? I really salute those youth. Though they are in such a terrible Kali Yuga, yet they have their own daily namaskar to God, upasana. Wonderful, my salutations. You continue. That only protects you, and because of you doing that, even the whole world also gets a positive vibration, grace of God. They are taken care. The world is nothing but reflection of me. If I go on sending negative, the world is negative. If I send positive and divinity, that is what will reflect. I really congratulate you. And others also take it up. Thank you. So this word is common sense thought. Mind's mischief of being rigid. Just cancel it by being flexible whenever required. And don't become so much flexible also. Every rule, regulation you are giving up. Every commitment you are giving up. Like I give the example of, for the sake of parents seva, don't come to Geetha that day only. And don't be so flexible. So I mean, now I'm happy with my parents, I'm giving you up. So this commitment of coming to Geetha, isko nahi chodna. Not too loose, not too tight, just right. We have to be like that in life. Okay. Now, after common sense thought, as I said, we learn the LINGAASHTAKAM. So, Linga means Chihna. Okay. Like the Indian national flag. It is a Linga and Chihna to the whole nation. So, if you salute the flag, you have saluted the nation. In the same way, Bhagavan jo, like a dome only is there, Lord Shiva. When you sleep at night and look up outside, when you are there, don't you see that? लिंगा आकार में ही होता है. सो पूरा ये ब्रह्मांड के आकार लिंग के रूप में दिखाया गया हो. Now to the whole ब्रह्मांड you can't do abhishek and puja, and that brahmanda is Lord Shiva only. So therefore, it is to that linga rupa Shiva. By doing puja, we are doing a puja to the whole Shiva who is in the brahmanda rupa. This is one meaning of linga. Second is limgam. Liyate gamyate asmin sacharacharam iti lingam. So he is a chihna. That Lord is a chihna, symbol for us to worship. Who is he? He is the one from whom the entire world has come, entire world has gone into. You know what is said in Geetha in the 9th chapter? है ना मया दक्षिण प्रकृति सूयते सजराचन वेतुनानेन कांते जगद्विपरिवर्तते. And everything goes into my prakriti and I only create all. That Lord's symbol is this Shivalinga. So he is called Shivji के लिंग है शिवलिंग. भगवान विष्णु के लिए है और शालग्राम. लॉर्ड गणपति के लिए एक विग्रह, भगवान सूर्य के लिए एक स्फटिका, ऐसा होता है. So that Shiva Linga indicates that Shiva Bhagavan, who is the Srishti Sthilaya Karta, who is in the form of the world, who is the kind, compassionate one to bless all of us. So we look at the flag and salute nation. So do we look at the Shivalinga and do Upasana Shivalinga outside with matter material, but our bhavana is we are doing it to the God only. Of that Lord Shiva who is in the form of Linga, there is 8 shlokas of stotra that we are learning from today. By the way, Lord Shiva, worshipped in a meditation form, worshipped with Shiva Parvati Rupa, with the entire family also is worshipped. Linga Rupa is very famous. Nataraja Rupa also is worshipped. So many ways he can be, like Lord Krishna, Vishnu, all of them. So in the Linga Rupa, Bhagavan Shivaji ka upasana. Okay, so what is the stotram? It is Linga Ashtakam. 8 shlokas are there. Like Balamukunda Ashtakam. So the first one is Brahma Murari Sura Archita Lingam. that Lord Shiva in the form of Linga, who is worshipped by Brahmadeva, Lord Brahma, Murari, Lord Vishnu or Krishna, then Sura, all Devatas also. So Brahma, Vishnu, Sakala Devataon se Pujit that Linga, that Lord Shiva in the form of Linga. First line is over. Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Linga. That linga generally made up of sphatika. Therefore, nirmala, it is pure because crystal is pure. That's why crystal clear it is said. Bhasita, crystal is with full prakash. So the Lord in that Shiva linga is the crystal form shows he is purer than the purest. That bhasa shows that bhasa, the light shows that he is of the nature of consciousness. So the bhasita is nature of conscious. Nirmala is one without second. There is nobody other than him. He is only one God. So Nirmala Bhasita, Shobhita, beautiful lingam. Now to such Lord Shiva, when you do worship every day, Janmaja Dukkha Vinashaka Lingam. That Lord Shiva, when you worship every day, Janmaja Dukkha. मतलब बहुत जन्मों से आया हुआ या इस जन्म से लेकर मरण तक या जन्म से लेकर वॉट एवर द दुख आर देयर विनाशका ही विल डिस्ट्रॉय लाइक नवे भक्त प्रणश्ति जस्ट इन द सेम वे तत् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिंगम tat sada shivalingam aham pranamami. To that Bhagwan's Shiva Linga I am doing pranams. Sada means always. Shiva means auspicious. Linga means the sign of the Lord, symbol of the Lord. To him I am doing pranams. So our great Rishi Munis have conceived this and gave us that Shivalinga Rupa for Upasana, and the great Bhaktas like Adishankar and all, they have given the stotras like this. And this is famous. Many of them know it. South India में तो बहुत लोग जानते हैं. I don't know about North. This LINGAASHTAKAM. So there are so many LINGAASHTAKAM. Vilvashtakam is there. Margavandha Stotram is Shiva Pancha. All thousands of stotras are there. At least 200 of them we chanted during our evening classes after the class. शिव जी के ही 100-125 तक तो हमने पढ़ा, बाकी पूरा मिलकर 600-700 स्तोत्र every day one after the class is over. Okay, now let us do the chanting of it. Om Ata Sri Samba Sada Shiva Paramatmana Anugrahena Upanishadukta Brahmatmekya Bodha Purana Ityasokta Bhagavad Bhagavata Darshana Shiva Darshana Shiva Anugrah Praptyartam Sanatana Dharma Idika Hindava Samskrutehe Punaruttana Jagana Vishwa Vyapti ये भक्तास्मिन् कर्म निष्ठा तेषां विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं तथा समस्त युवानां च संकल्पित सत्कर्मणां कर्मसु दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं तेषां हृदये धर्मभक्ति देशभक्ति सनातन धर्मभक्ति माता पितृभक्ति वृत्ति भक्ति प्राप्ति द्वारा सकल विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं श्री आदिशंकर विरचित लिंगाष्टक स्तोत्रांतर्गत प्रथम श्लोकस्य पारायणं जपमयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओके, 11 times. Om Brahma Murari Surarchita Lingam Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam Janmaja Dukkha Vinashaka Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Brahma Murari Surarchita Lingam Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam Janmaja Dukkha Vinashaka Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Brahma Murari Surarchita Lingam Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam Janmaja Dukkha Vinashaka Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Brahma Murari Surarchita Lingam Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam Janmaja Dukkha Vinashaka Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Brahma Murari Surarchita Lingam Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam Janmaja Dukkha Vinashaka Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Brahma Murari Surarchita Lingam Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam Janmaja Dukkha Vinashaka Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Brahma Murari Surarchita Lingam Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam Janmaja Dukkha Vinashaka Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Brahma Murari Surarchita Lingam Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam Janmaja Dukkha Vinashaka Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Brahma Murari Surarchita Lingam Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam Janmaja Dukkha Vinashaka Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Brahma Murari Surarchita Lingam Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam Janmaja Dukkha कविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं ब्रह्ममुरारिसुरार्चितलिङ्गं निर्मलभासितशोभितलिङ्गं जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं. So when you go to Shiva Mandir, in front of Lord Shiva, stand and chant this, or in your own house, every day 11 times, close eyes, feel the Lord Shiva's presence in your heart in the Linga Rupa, chant this one. Immense blessings will come. So this is Lingashtakam. Then we have seen common sense thought, mind's mischief of being rigid, be removed by being flexible. And Geetha mein, the top beautiful thing we study today, Kaunteya Pratijanihi, Name Bhakta Pranashyati, they will start becoming Bhakta of the Lord. So these are the three things. Thank you for your patient listening. Mind you, my dear friends, though we are spending 50 to 55 minutes every day or 1 hour, not that only one thing we are doing. We are coming, I'm giving you 7 8 minutes introduction, then 2 3 chantings we are doing, then again I'm telling you what is done in Gita in the earlier day shloka, then that day shloka I'm explaining, and then summary of 9th chapter also we are telling. Thereafter we are taking common sense thought for some time, then we are discussing a shloka, uska chanting भी. अब इतने 6 7 चीजें कर रहे हैं तो 1 घंटा तो लगेगा. We are very qualitatively spending this 1 hour. Every moment we are divinizing our heart exclusively by thinking about our God or through the Shastra, study of Shastra. So therefore, be mature to understand what's given in 1 hour, and be mature to be regular and sincere, be mature in grasping what is given, and be mature in implementing, and go on growing in life, go on glowing in life, go on serving the world, be an asset. That is what is the purpose for which we are meeting every day from last 285 or around days. So 9 chapters we are doing. 9 more chapters. It may take 200 more days. होने दो, enjoy करेंगे. Thank you. I wish you all the best for your all successes in every field, and my love prayers are always for you. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shanti Vapniyat Shantamuchita Vandevya Muktashanya Vimochyetu Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May God bless all of you. Thanks. Please pass on this link to others, or any clip of it also you can send to all. Mhm. I am trying my best. I don't have any publicity stunts to tell this to anybody. मैं तो कर ही जा रहा हूँ. So you can take some time, give that help or service to inform others. If you tell 100 people, 1 or 2 may see, they may get benefit. I am closing here just to meet tomorrow. Thank you, friends.